Alex, boys. Today we will be doing a sick vid with our host, Caden Clausen, known as King Papa Wheeler.
How's it going, everybody? It's gonna be a good video today. We're just gonna be, I don't know, it might not be as good as you hope to be. I mean, it's good for us and viewers who like dirt bikes because this video is specifically talking about dirt bikes. We're talking about what the top 5 best dirt bikes.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know, everybody might not agree because that's everybody. And we like 4 strokes more than 2 strokes. Not saying that they're junk, 2 strokes, but I think they are. Some are, in my opinion. And yeah, but we mostly like 4 strokes because they're good. They sound better, in my opinion. More deeper.
And they're more reliable.
That is true. You don't have to rebuild them probably twice a week. Or probably once a week, like, if you know. Sorry, Carson Unruh. We are very sorry for that shout out, but we love you, man. You're awesome. You're a good dirt biker. And thanks for being around for us in times of trouble. Okay, now we'll get right to the video. The top 5 best dirt bikes. In our opinion. I guess in our opinion, this is our opinion. Everybody might think, you guys are retarded. Whatever, you can shut up and quit watching this video. We already got a view, so suckered you in. I'm just kidding. Hopefully you guys take this information to heart and learn something from it, and we can teach you lots of stuff. Top 5 dirt bikes, we're going to talk about them, and then that won't be the end of the video, I guess. We'll just talk about 2 strokes versus 4 strokes. We're going to talk about why 4 strokes are better in our opinion. That's just our opinion. I mean, that's, everybody has their own opinion, whatever about that. But that's, we're going to talk about why we think that and why you can make the choice of switching over to piece of junk 2-stroke to a legit 4-stroke. That will have fun, tons of fun, and days will be happy ever lasting. So let's get into the top 5 dirt bikes right now.
Coming in number 5, we got the 85 2-stroke.
I know we said we didn't like 2 strokes, but I guess 2 of our friends have them, Corbin and Jordan. Corbin Andre and Jordan Jansen. Actually, Corbin sold his. It was good, right? Yes. Didn't have to rebuild it. It was good. Pretty reliable. Same as Jordan's. Jordan Jansen. I'll pop up a face with him. Yeah, Jordan Jansen has a 85 SX85. It's been good to him. No problems, I guess. They're not like the fastest dirt bikes, but they're pretty good and they move pretty good, and I guess they're reliable, and they're just a little like a fun little dirt bike just to rip around wherever, just to go wherever, and they're just good bikes. Like, I would have no complaints. Personally, I would buy an 85 2-stroke just for like a little putts around the yard, just to go from here to there, just to drive wherever. They're cheap to rebuild, probably not even $300 to rebuild the whole thing, so they're nice and cheap. Well, not that all 2-strokes are cheap to rebuild, but I mean, yeah, they're not too bad a bike from what we've seen on Jordan Jansen's bike, Corbin Runners. They've been pretty good bikes, so we can't complain with that with 2 people. So yeah, I'll move on to number 4.
Coming in number 4, we got the CRF 150R.
CRF 150R, great bike. 4-stroke, obviously great. My brother has had a CRF 150R before, and it was good, very good. It was a small wheel, so it is smaller, and has quicker acceleration than the 150R big wheel, and this bike could really take off insanely fast. You go on through 5th gear, you could pop it up easily, no problem. The thing was unreal quick. Not the greatest top speed, I guess, but, well, about 115 kilometers an hour probably. But it could take off unreal fast. You could bag it. My brother's crashed it how many times? It did not blow on him. And it has been like, all he had to replace was the levers.
Yeah, because I broke one off.
The clutch and
just the front
brake. Just the front brake he had replaced. And the whole bike. And he took it to a mechanic, had it looked over just to make sure everything was good and everything was great. Nothing wrong, engine was not blown. It was a very good, reliable bike because obviously it's a 4-stroke and it will last you a while. I mean, depends on what you buy. You gotta know what right 4-stroke to buy, and when you look at it, make sure it's good. Because if you find the right one, it'll be a good bike and it'll be reliable for a very long time. Yeah, and the 150R was just good. I guess it burned a lot of fuel and a lot of oil. That was the main downer. That was not good. Like, it would go through a tank of oil in what? 2 to 3 days probably, not even. Probably same with a tank of gas in 3 hours, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Goes through a tank of gas premium. So yeah, that was a downer. But other than that, good, fast, quick, very quick. And from our experience, the 150R was quicker than the 85 2-stroke by actually a decent amount. The 85 2-stroke was, top speed was the same about, but the 150R could just take off faster because it just, I don't know, had the acceleration. It just took off faster. No, not talking bad about anybody, but like Jordan Johnson's bike, like his bike is great 85 2-stroke, but going from his bike, the 150R, I noticed a huge difference. So the 150R was quite a bit faster from driving, and it surprised me a lot, but it actually was faster, so that was crazy. But yeah, and third bike.
Coming in at number 3, we got the WRX 250.
So the WR250X was a good bike. I had it for only 2 weeks, and then I sold it in an hour. So they're very sought after bikes. It's not more of a dirt bike, it's more of an enduro, I guess, enduro dirt bike. You still could drive it on dirt roads and fields. So you could drive, you could pop it up. Pavement it's heavy. It's like 300 pounds maybe. You could still pop it up though. But from my experience, they were fast. You thought the 250R top speed was fast, or any other one, you just go to that bike. Because down a gravel road, I could go 150 kilometers an hour, and my tire was wiggling. That was down a gravel road against wind. Imagine what I could be doing on a highway. I could probably be going, I don't know, 170 probably for sure on that thing. The thing was unreal fast. It'd take off decent, but not like unreal fast, but it had pretty decent acceleration. And then just get the off-road, the dual cross tires, so you can go on the highway and go gravel and field and dirt road or whatever. So that was pretty good. And if you find a WR250X for $4,000 or under, you buy that right now, because that's what I did, and that was an insane deal, and I should have never sold it. That was the biggest mistake I've ever made. I should have never sold that bike, because those bikes are super rare. I can bet you, if you go on Kijiji and look through all of Canada, you may find 20, maybe a bit more, not even. In Saskatchewan, there's zero WR250Xs. I had the only one on Kijiji, that is, but you can find no ones on Kijiji. And I sold it within an hour because somebody wanted to buy it, because they're so sought after, and they don't make those bikes anymore. Because it was a black and red, and it looks so good. It was a very nice bike, and they're reliable. They don't burn oil. They don't burn fuel. It could go forever on a tank, and oil, you never fill oil. Just maybe oil change here and there, but that's about it. And it was a good bike, and I regret selling it very much so, a lot. Second one.
Coming in at number 2, we got the Pantera 110.
Pantera 110. I was hard between this one and the first one, to be honest. It was insane. The Pantera 110, our friend Carson Unruh is a legend. He had a Pantera 110. Guy was a beast on it. Like, he was just catwalking, and never, no issues. Great bike. Insanely reliable. It was, I don't even know. Like, that was probably the most reliable bike I've ever seen in my life. Sawed off the muffler, whatever the heck he did. Loud, still ran like a charm, does nothing. Like, it was awesome. He bought it probably for $200 and sold it for $1,500. That's how much they're looking for those bikes. So that's pretty crazy. And that was just a good bike from, where is it, Japan or China? China. Japanese. Or China was really good. So hopefully that was a good bike. Sad to see him sell it, but I guess he had to. I don't know why he did that, but We just had to buy a 2-stroke. But please, at the end of this video, you will change your mind and buy a 4-stroke. Trust me. Hopefully, you guys do that. Coming in number 1.
Drum roll, please. We got the 2011 KX250F.
You're about wondering, what does it mean? Well, our friend Levi Miller has a 2011 KX250F, and it has been nothing but great to him in 2 years. He hasn't had to rebuild it at all, 0 times, just other than like your other, 0 times he had to rebuild it. Our other friends, probably everybody, has had to rebuild their dirt bike, except for Silas and myself. But I don't want to jinx it because that can happen to anybody. Like that's whatever bike. And like my 2008 YZ 450F is in the shop right now. It's not getting rebuilt, but it's getting worked on because it's not running right. So he's fixing it up and making it running good. So it should run after that pretty decent. So yeah, 2011, it's been nothing but great to him. Like a pretty good amount of power. I would say it was a little bit faster than my CRF 250R that I had, 2005 CRF 250R that I had. It was a decent bit, a little bit quicker than that. Yeah, it's been reliable. No issues with it. It's been good. And like he drives it pretty hard. So, and it's nothing happened to it or nothing. But he also has a bigger sprocket on there, which makes it take off a lot faster. So, yeah, that's why he was quicker and catwalk that thing easy. Nothing wrong with it. It's so good. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just us talking about reliability with bikes and just top bikes, whatever, for you guys to buy or whatever if you're looking for a bike. Any KX250F above 2011 or whatever, just get a fuel injected one will be good and great to you in the future. And yeah, hopefully you guys learned something from that top 5. And now we're just going to talk about why 2-strokes are worse than 4-strokes. So Silas is going to explain a little bit, and then after I'll explain some too, I guess. So here he goes.
So from 2-strokes comparing to 4-strokes. First of all, 4-strokes have way more power, as you realize if you drive one. And first of all, 2-strokes, you gotta mix gas. They're way more gas guzzlers, and they're just not as reliable as 4-strokes have ever been. And I personally would never buy a 2-stroke unless the 85, but other than that, I probably wouldn't.
No, I mean 2-strokes, yeah, some of them are good. Like Train Fair, he has a YZ125. I mean, I like Yamaha. Yeah, it's been a good bike to him because Yamaha, they're built tough, I guess. That's from my opinion. That's anybody's opinion. Everybody say differently, but yeah, it's been good. But I just don't like 2-strokes. Just like our friend Sheldon Sims was talking about. I'm not trying to be mean, Sheldon. I'm sorry. I love you so much. You're awesome. But 85 2-strokes, he was saying that faster than a 150 because it's a race bike, and 4-strokes are trail bikes. Well, that's not true because 4-strokes are not trail bikes. Not all of them are trail bikes. They're still race bikes. His 150R was a race bike. Had shocks, everything to build like a race bike. If you take his 150R race bike to a 150F trail bike, a 150R smokes it, easy, destroys it. But that was from my experience. 85 2-stroke getting on one, got a 150R. 150R was quite a bit faster I was surprised actually. But even if you get a 125 2-stroke, if you got a 125 2-stroke and a 150, the 125 2-stroke win. But if you get the 125 2-stroke and a 250 4-stroke, the 250 4-stroke will beat it easily. And a 250 4-stroke and a 250 2-stroke, I raced Zach Jansen. He was driving his dad's CR250 and we were racing. And he was ahead by a bit, but we were actually pretty close to the same speed. So, and I was surprised actually, like, wow, they're like almost the same, but his was a little bit more ahead, probably by like a couple, like 2 meters maybe, 2 or 3 meters probably. Not sure, but if you take a 250 2-stroke to a 450 4-stroke, that 450 4-stroke will kick it any day because it's just they're unreal amount of fast. Like my bike 450 has 52 horsepower and 40 pounds of torque. And Silas's 2016 RMZ is pretty quick already, and his has what? 39 horsepower and like 30 pounds of torque, maybe 28 pounds of torque, and it feels already pretty quick for his bike. So it's 450 that I'm going to be getting on. You feel pretty scary compared to the 250. I got to get used to that. That's for sure. But hopefully, yeah, like 2-strokes. I guess you rebuild them way more. I know say, oh, they're cheaper, but by the time you rebuild them so much, it's worth more than having one rebuild on a 4-stroke. Will most likely be, because if it's $300 a rebuild, and you're doing one like, I don't know, if you do it maybe twice, you blow it like twice maybe. It depends if it's reliable or if you drive it good, but twice summer, that's $600. That'll be 600 times, I don't know what, 4 years or something like that. By the time it'll be worth it just as much rebuilding a 4-stroke for what, $2,000. It'll be just as much in that rebuild. That $2,000 rebuild will last you a pretty long time if you know what you're doing. And yeah, just switch over to 4-strokes. Don't look at 2-strokes. Buy a 4-stroke. From our experience, they've been good. I mean, I've never had a 2-stroke. But I mean, I don't want to try and buy a 2-stroke and see what's going to happen with that thing. Yes, they're cheap, but once it adds up to all your rebuilds, everything, it's cost just as much as a 4-stroke, if not more. Worse on oil or your mixed gas, or whatever. It's worse on that. Can't go for as long. And 4-strokes, I guess, they're more fun for out here because they don't rev as high. Not nearly as high.
Can't hold it out as
Can't
long.
hold it wide open. Well, you can't either with a 4-stroke. But, I mean, you could, but not for a long period of time. 2-strokes, you got to constantly be on there. You can't just wing right open. I mean, so yeah, hopefully you guys buy a 4-stroke. Just buy one. It'll be great. Once you do, you'll thank us. We're giving you all this information about 4-strokes. You'll be very glad, guys. Very glad. Trust me, guys. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the top dirt bikes in 2-stroke versus 4-stroke, I guess. I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully it's not too boring. I mean, it's talking about dirt bikes. People might not want their... People who are subscribed might not like this because they don't like dirt bikes as much, but that's our channel, is dirt bikes, and that's what we like, is dirt bikes. So hopefully you guys stuck around for the whole video till now, and hope you guys learned something and buy the right bike. Don't buy a 2-stroke, buy a 4-stroke. Buy a 4-stroke, please. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed our last video, our ping pong trick shots. What was it? 3? Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. It's not the longest video, but this video will be a bit longer, give you guys something to do. Because of this quarantine and coronavirus, can't do nothing, can't go anywhere. But hopefully you guys, we're going to get some more videos to you soon. Or try to. I mean, one on my dirt bike. I won't have a video on my dirt bike till middle of April, end of April. You had to order some different parts for it. And just finish working on it, so it won't be done for a little while. Sorry to say about that, but hopefully you guys will enjoy our videos and don't forget to like and subscribe, and please buy 4-stroke, and we'll see you next time.